Hey there everyone, welcome to the Asian Robot's first ever YouTube video. Now, today I'm going to be talking about the sword build that I use on Dauntless. Now, the sword has just recently received a rework on the 30th of July, and honestly, the weapon itself is fantastic. I've been very interested in this weapon, and it has quickly become my favorite weapon. So as you can see, I haven't maxed it out, but even at level plus 14, it's pretty fucking good. So I'm going to get right into the build before we go showcase how the sword can be used against pretty much anything. So the first part of the build is Iceborne. This is a very standard part of the build. When you're below 50% health, you get 30% decreased damage, which is excellent. And when Iceborne is active, you have 8% lifesteal that cannot heal beyond 50% health. So it heals you up to the 50% and stops there. But this is so key and so important because you're going to be taking damage, you're going to be taking hits, especially with this particular build. I call it the Beyblader build. It is fucking interesting, alright? Next, Rage. While you're below 50% health, you deal plus 25% damage. This is a no-brainer. Alright, it's very good. Next, Toughness. This is one of the key sources of the build. Why? 500 more hit points is really fucking good. And 50% increased healing means your lifesteal is more effective. Okay, because you've only got 8% lifesteal, this means that you've effectively gone up to 12%. Alright, from the 8% that you had before, you got 50% increased healing. Now you're lifestealing about 12%. And that's really key because if you're dealing 120 damage, let's just say, that means you're effectively healing yourself for 12 damage for that hit. What's going to happen when you start dealing 200 damage? You're healing yourself for 20. 300 damage, you're healing yourself for 30. A little bit more than 30, but ultimately, that's the key to this build. You need to be healing off your hits, and Toughness makes it that much easier to heal. Next, I've got plus 6 Wild Frenzy, because 20% attack speed when you're under 50% health is excellent. And there's my homie Warpath, just type in there. Yes, I'm filming this on my stream overlay because you know what? I'm an amateur content creator. I don't even care. But you know what? Let's just do it because first ever YouTube video may as well, right? Okay, so with the plus 6 Wild Frenzy, I'm trying to make this as interesting as possible. I've never done anything like this before in my life. With the plus 6 Wild Frenzy, you've got the 20% attack speed skill increase, and it's just overall fantastic. Next, Berserker. Now, this is where you can get variable with the build. The key parts to the build are these three. Starting from Wild Frenzy, you can alter it, and I'll show you how to do some alterations now as well. But Berserker is another key part of the build, which gives you minus 150% max health, but when you deal damage, you can stack the plus 2% up to 10 times. And if you add another plus 3 Berserker, you lose more max health down to minus 300, but you gain up to 35% damage at full 10 stacks. That's an additional 15% on top of that. And if you want my Twitch, by the way, the link is in the description of the video. Please come check out my Twitch channel. I promise I'm very entertaining. And if you don't believe me, keep watching this video because if I haven't made you laugh by this point, then okay, anyway. Discipline is a key, is very key to this build, basically. And I'll just tell you why. 7.75% critical chance is not very much, but what you want is that health is limited to 50%. So your health automatically starts at 50%. It means that all this shit triggers right off the bat. Okay, and that's very key to discipline. You might think this is really stupid when you have Berserker, but that's what Toughness is for. Toughness is to offset Berserker. Because although you end up with less hit points, you're still pumping out more damage. Last but not least, we've got plus 3 Energize. This is from the 20% weapon charge rate and plus 3 Overpower. Overpower is just the natural weapon talent because I'm using the Cauterizer, which bonds with a particular weapon and it bonds with the Inferno's Razor. Now, the Inferno's Razor has a very unique ability. Every 8 hits deals plus 225 damage and major blaze damage. You want this because in this build, you'll be using the Ardent Cyclone. It grants one valor every 4 seconds. And basically, every time you spin, you are unstaggerable, which means a creature can hit you and you're not going to stagger, and you're constantly dealing damage. This is highly effective. Now, you pair this together with the Inferno's Razor's ability, unique perk, which is the blaze damage, and all of a sudden, you've got a whopping heap of damage being put out there right there. So, I'm starting this build, but I'm going to show you how to vary it first before we even go into a hunt and showcase the hunts and everything. you can take out this Wild Frenzy cell, because for a lot of people, the 12.5%, you're only gaining 7.5% when you go up to +6. So if attacking the enemy to bring up your Valor is not a problem for you, like maybe you can psychically predict when behemoths are going to attack and stuff, you can scrap that and take it out, because you'd be gaining more damage from another Berserker cell. You'd be gaining so much more damage from another Berserker cell, because a Wild Frenzy cell is effectively giving you just a 7.5% damage increase. Alright, so you have to pair that with everything else. You can also insert another Discipline cell to bring yourself up to a 15% crit rate, which to some people is really excellent, because they like seeing the criticals. Okay, it's really up to you. Me personally, I go with a basic Wild Frenzy, because the 20% attack rate, I like that. I like being able to attack fast. Sorry, where is it? Let me put that back in there. But you can literally put in anything else you want, because these prismatic slots on the legendary weapons are just so excellent. You could in fact stuff in another energized cell. And I forgot to go through the lantern. The lantern that I'm using is Skarn's Defiance. You might be thinking, wait a second, shouldn't you be dealing more damage with something like Embermane's, which can increase your attack speed, or Drask's Lantern, which increases your damage for 6 seconds? Okay, the reason why I chose the shield is because sometimes you may need the shielding to stop yourself from dying, because although you're unstaggerable, it doesn't mean you don't take damage. You're not invulnerable. While you're spinning, you may not be able to defend yourself. You need time to lifesteal from the spin as well. It's not just a spin to win, because I've had times where I've been a Blaze Escalation or one of the higher level hunts, and the quill shots like fucking dropping bombs on you, and because you're not staggerable, you'd be taking like 200, 200, 200, and your lifesteal may not keep up with that. So this shield gives you a little tiny bit of survivability on top of that. I see Warpath right there, totally supporting this YouTube video initiative. He's my best supporter there. He comes to like every stream. Yep. But this is why I like having the shield, because honestly, while you're dodging around while spinning, it just prevents accidents from happening. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to showcase this build using my Arc Slayer outfit as well, just to be cool. We're going to go into a solo hunt to show you the strength of this build. Once again, there's nobody to help you. It's a Heroic Plus patrol. Alright, I'm going to showcase how this is done, how I play this build, and you'll see that ultimately the builds that I make are designed where you don't have to have a high level of skill. If you need a high level of skill to play a build, then the build is not right. Now, there are builds out there that do even more damage than what I do, but I aim for builds that are easy to master, and with a very low skill ceiling. Reason being, a lot of people don't have the reaction speed and time to like dodge every shot or memorize behemoth attack patterns and stuff like that. I say fuck it, I don't need none of that. I'm just gonna go right in and do it. Alright, so here we go. We're going to be fighting a Valamir. This is Heroic Plus. There's only one stim. It is one of the toughest hunts in the game. Now, the toughest, of course, being the trials, but there's no point in showcasing the trials here, because that's a challenge, and use a different build for the trials anyway. You would focus on something called Catalyst, which is really helpful with your potions and stuff like that, just giving you boost to your abilities. Alright. So, we're going to go look for the Valamir. I'm going to ignore all the little little event stuff and ingredients. We're just going to go straight to the Valamir. Should be up there somewhere. So, enjoy the show and watch how we kill things. Oh, there's Lantern Core. I'll pick it up at least. This is okay, there's Valamir right here, right? Okay. I'll draw my sword. Here we go. Now remember, with the sword, only your last hit generates Valor, which means that you need to not be stupid, and that's why I chose Wild Frenzy instead, so I can hit faster. Because if I take a hit in between, then I'm gonna have a bad time. Now I'm gonna roll like Dark Souls over to that prismatic shielding right there. There we go. Now I can hit freely. But as you can see, it's so much easier to build up your Valor when you don't have to be concerned about hits. Now, as soon as you get your special bar full, you don't have to be concerned about hits anymore. Beyblade, all you gotta do is spin. I'm actually gonna take my hands off the keyboard right now. Exactly. So I'm gonna take my hands off the keyboard. As you can see, I'm not even playing properly. and you're still dishing out major damage. Alright. Thing got staggered, and if it gets staggered, don't forget you've got your +3 overpower to give you a little bit of extra strength. Warpath says the build you use needs skills, which an Asian Robots does not, which is good if you just want to have fun. And that's the key to these builds. I want people to have fun while playing the game, because Dauntless is a fantastic game, but it's no fun if you have to really think about too many things all at the same time. Or like, oh shit, this is doing this right now, that's doing this. You see, this is one of the situations where you get low. And this is where I just say, okay, I can't lifesteal enough, so I'll just pop on that shield, and I'm back at the 50% health. And once again, I'm spinning to win, and it's a very low skill ceiling. You can just do whatever the fuck you want. See, the creature's already at half health just from me spinning it out at the speed of sound like a fucking Beyblade. And this is really all you have to do. So I'm gonna go pick up these items right here. It's already at half health, and the creature's on fire too, which is really good. The build you use sometimes makes you rage. Well, that's okay, Warpath. You know, building is not just about whacking the enemy for the max DPS. You know, sometimes I like to include fun and replayability in the build, and also like just in general comfort. Now, we've already brought the Valamir down to about 1/4 of its health. It's run away now, so we gotta find it again. But as soon as we find it, we're gonna kill it. As you can see, this build is like 0 effort. Alright, very little effort. I took my hands off my keyboard. You could see me literally holding it there. So legit, this is just one of those builds where you don't have to put in max effort or work hard or anything like that. No, just do whatever the fuck you want. Be comfortable with yourself. And slay monsters. Now I think it's down there, so it's gonna jump off the cliff. Oh, right. Yeah, see, he's right there. So nice and easy. We found Valamir again. We're just gonna beat him up now. Now normally I could go for part breaks and shit like that, but I'm like, nah, you know what? There's no need for that. All right, we're gonna spin again, and he's gonna fly off somewhere. So there he is. All right, we're just gonna cancel the spin. There's no point in that. I've dashed in now. I've broken its horn. Put down a little AoE there. Okay, I'm ready to spin. And once again, hands are off the keyboard. All I'm doing is spinning. This thing is going to die very fast. I'm just going to move in. And you want to keep hitting it because the sword has a free perpetual blade core, which used to be the old sword mod. Basically, it means that your spin lasts longer the more you're hitting somebody. Now, normally, I would move around the creature while spinning and do some specky shit. So the reason why I'm not showcasing that is because I'm trying to showcase how important it is for the build to be low skill level. As you can see, I'm putting in almost 0 effort while using these skills, and the creature's dead already. There we go. Nothing special, very easy solo sword build. So guys, thank you for watching this quick video. Alright, I'll be cutting out a lot of the boring bits, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's just 15 minutes to showcase the build, showcase how it works. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to check out my Twitch channel, alright? And I'll see you all on the next one. Twitch link in the description, and leave a comment if you have a better build or you have a build you want me to try. I'll be doing more Dauntless builds over the next few days, and I'll probably be putting this up in the afternoon, so look forward to it. Thank you very much, and I'll see you all on the next one, alright? Let's go.